Hi, Hallie here. Thank you for jumping in on Hallie's Creations. I hope you enjoy this next share. And without any further ado, let's do this. Don't forget to subscribe and notify, for you won't miss out on any more videos.
Let's get started. We are going to move these flowers out of the way. And first, to make it easier, I always do the ribbon on the bouquet holder. It's less cumbersome when you have all the flowers on there, so that's just a little trick I do. Showing you just how to do that little tie with the twist if you want something just a little different. There's several ways to bling this out. This is just the way I chose to do it on this particular share. So we're going to trim that ribbon up, and then we are going to make the bow. And see that little twist there? This gives it a little extra touch. So let's make the bow now. This is a 3-loop bow. You can do 1, 2, or 3. Any more than that's going to be a bit much for a bouquet holder. So I would say 3 bunny ears max. Those little bunny ears are the loops there. You see how I'm showing you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you can fold it in half to find your center to make sure you're not wonky. And then you can use a zip tie, a pipe cleaner, even, a piece of the ribbon if you don't have that. I like the zip ties or the pipe cleaners, but this one I'm going to use actually a small little zip tie. That'll securely put it in place. The last thing you want is to have your bouquet or ribbons falling off at the wedding. So I like to make them pretty sturdy. So we're just going to do that, and then we're going to trim this zip tie off, and I use my floral wire cutter trimmers just because it's a little tougher. Then we're just going to lay that on the extra ribbon we have already tied on, make a little flat bow, and you're done. Now this is going to give you a 4-tail ribbon. You don't have to use those 4. You can only use 2 if you want. Just trim the other one up. You can make it short and pop it right into the bow, or you can just leave it long. I chose to leave mine long. Now, if you didn't follow me on the other share, this is a Flasky bouquet holder. Kind of cool. Something different. They're about, I think, $25. You can buy them online. You can get them from Etsy. I'm not sure if they have them at Amazon anymore, but you can go right to the distributor as well, and they'd be happy to get one to you, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, whatever you want to do. Flasky is, see that little straw there? That is for if you want to put your favorite beverage in there, hint, hint, wink, wink. Or you can put your keys and your lipstick and that kind of stuff in there as well. You can use it for storage, or you can use it for a little flask. And you'll see that in the Flasky share that I do. Now you'll notice here on the bouquet that when I showed that little pop-up, it didn't have these long leaves on it. I'm showing you 2 different styles. I'm putting the long leaves in just for you can see how to do that on the bottom there. You just let them hang down. But ultimately at the end, I chose not to do that, and I just have it without those long. So when you're trimming your flowers, as it says, leave 1 to 2 inches of your stem. So many, here's a rookie mistake, cut them super short because you think you have to pop them right into, but you don't. You leave some gap in there to build around. So watch, see how we go, see that gap up there? Now it looks kind of weird right now, but as you build that out, you're going to see that beautiful dome just come, and it's just really pretty. So we're just going to trim these. Dip them in a little bit of hot glue. You can use your glue gun, or you can use a hot glue dipper. I have both, and when I do my flowers, I try to use my hot glue dipper. And I'll bring that forward for you can see it here in a minute. I noticed when I was doing this share, my bad, I'm so sorry. You'll see in a few minutes where I pull that arrangement up where you can actually see better what I'm doing. I apologize for that in advance. Kind of got up in the moment. but I'm just spacing those out to give it some room. And when you're creating these bouquets straight up, it's going to look weird when you first start. It really is. I mean, look how weird that looks. But in the end, it will pull together. There you go. Now you can see my little dipper. I picked that up at, I think, Joann's fabric store, which you'll find pretty cool crafts and beads at Joann's as well. I believe they are connected to Michael's. I'm not quite sure how, but that is another place to pick up these items at. And I just look for the coupons and go in there and get things on sale. Or I use my coupons. So I continue to trim these flowers down, keeping that in mind as I build. I'm keeping my stems a little bit longer. Here's the thing. If you keep them longer, you put them in and you're not happy with it, you can always cut them down. But once you've cut them down, you're going to have an issue. You can attach another stem and use your floral wrap to make them longer, but they're not as solid and secure. So I like my bouquets to be solid and secure. And I've done them enough times to know that you just need to leave a little bit of a gap there for you can build around that dome. Now that we've done the basic cream white colors, we're going to add some colors to make it pop. This is going to be more of a sea type theme bouquet. I was asked to make a bouquet similar to this for actually my daughter-in-law, for her a friend of hers. And so I thought this would be the perfect time to make it. But see how I don't have those leaves hanging down on that little pop-up? I took them off. But you can do them either way. Whatever looks pretty to you. What makes you happy. There's no right or wrong way. That's what I say. Art is art. And this is a floral art. It's just another form of art. And just look at it that way. Just have fun with it. Enjoy the process. There, now I brought the camera down for you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Learning curve. I do have several videos out there, but I'm still figuring this out as I go along as well. So, you know, thank you for hanging with me and being part of the learning curve. Continue to fill in your spaces. Those little gap areas there, and don't freak out too much on that bottom, because as you build your flowers you're going to fill that bottom piece in. I like to put greenery in there with some accents of color and such, so I use the bottom piece there to kind of frame it with some really pretty green leaves. That's why I always say save your green leaves when you're making floral arrangements, even though there's little pieces, because you can use them in other creative pieces down the line. I actually have like a little organizer that has floral pieces and accent pieces and then greenery. So I can just go to those drawers, pull out those pieces and go for it. Notice how I just fluff that one bouquet, that one flower out. Fluff your ponies out, fluff everything out as you do it. And you can put them between your hand and spin them a little bit too, especially when they're fresh flowers. And fresh flowers are a little different. So when you're working with these, you can put them in the palm of your hand and spin them a little bit, and that'll make them pop as well. And you can do it with fresh flowers as well. Fresh flowers you do a little bit different than you do the fake flowers. Fake flowers are more forgiving. Fresh flowers are not. And sometimes, you know, you'll use a different dome. But anyway, fluff out your flowers as you go along. And you're going to get strings of the glue and stuff, and you just peel that off as it dries. It's better to let it dry than peel it off. Then it doesn't get real gobbly-goopy. So let's continue to add some flowers to this and give it some character. And I'm going to show you some accents that we put in here as well. See how that dome is starting to come together now? That top piece just kind of rounds and just, it looks really pretty and fluffy. Don't forget, if you're enjoying these shares, to subscribe to my channel. I have over 200 plus videos and shorts for you to go through. I have playlists that I've created because I do different niches. And because of those different niches, I've just created playlists for you can go right to what you're interested in. So if you go to my channel and then click on playlist, you'll be able to check that out. Now see that little hole there? We're going to fill that in with a nice, beautiful pony. And I buy my flowers, those of you that are asking, where do you get your flowers? I buy them pretty much at Michael's because I want high quality flowers. You can get flowers from Walmart, Amazon. Amazon is kind of iffy because you're not actually looking and touching them. But for the most part, I get my flowers when they're on sale and on clearance at Michael's. Like those beautiful roses that have that real pretty frosty glittery effect, those were Christmas. So after Christmas, when they went on sale, I picked up a lot of those. And then the other flowers, I picked up the blue teal at Joann's. You can also pick up your florals from Hobby Lobby. So there's several places you can get your flowers, but buy a good quality flower. Don't go through all this work and just put cheap flowers in there that don't look real. It may cost just a smidge more, but then you charge a smidge more, and there you go. And the best thing, like I shared, I buy things when they go on sale. I wait for the holidays, and after the holidays, I go in and I pick them up, and they're blowing them out. So on here, this little accent, I actually had to hand paint those little beads to match. So I picked up nail polish, if you can believe that, a pearlized nail polish. And I know, what a neat little trick, huh? So I picked that up and I painted those to match to go into that bouquet like that. I knew I was going to do that. There you go. See the nail polish? Woo-hoo! Anyway, so yeah, that's how I did that. Now there's still more. Wait, there's more because this is a beach theme. We want to add some seashells to this as well. So we're going to fluff this out and continue on. You'll notice if I see a little gap here and there, I go through and I find the flower that will fit that hole and pop it in. I overbuy my flowers just for I have flowers to work with. Now on the seashells, what I did is I bought those spears that you can get at the Dollar Tree for $1.25 now, but they're the long spears with the little pointy edge, and I just hot glued the seashells into with those spears, and it's that easy. I cut them down to fit into the bouquet. And as I shared earlier, this was a request for my daughter-in-law for a friend of hers. So I'm trying to make it as close as possible to the bouquet they sent me saying, I want this. So it's like, okay. And I can't show you that one because of copyright issues, but this is pretty close to the one they sent me. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. So I don't like to duplicate and copy. I like to make my own. So it's got a little twist of Hallie in it. Just place your seashells around your bouquet, and I'm actually, I think, going to make a few more of these seashells and go a little bit heavier on it, but for this share I wanted to get this going. And then some little baby breath just to fill in the fillers, or small little florals just to make it pop. You don't have to put those in, but it does add a little bit more, fills in the gap. And you can put more of the beads and such in as well. You can go as heavy or as light as you want on these accents. This is just giving you an idea. So the biggest thing is to remember to build your dome out. Don't cut your stems too short. It's better to have them long and then go back and trim them down if it's still not working for you. But usually 1.5 to 2 inches works fine. So there you go. See? Bam. Just pop a little bit more baby breath in there. And as I shared, I'm taking the green leaves that are dangling down out because I like it better without those, but I did want to show you how to do that if you wanted to do dangles. Fluff out the bow a little bit more, and that is a Flasky Flowers bouquet holder. I modpodged it. I actually have that share on my playlist, and there you go. Happy creating. Thank you for hanging out with me at Hallie's Creations. If you want to figure out how to do that Flasky modpodge, jump on my playlist and watch it. It's there. And until next time, I really appreciate you dropping in, sharing your time and your day with me, and trusting me with, your precious moments. And trim your ribbon up, make it how you want it as far as the length on it, and you are good to go. So until next time. Oh, wait, I thought I was done, but I'm not. So hang on one second here. We're going to trim that up. There you go. So until next time, I hope you have a good day and a better tomorrow. Check me out on my different social media platforms. I do have a Facebook page. Everything's Hallie Creations or Hallie Osborne Jolitz. Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, I use TikTok to advertise my upcoming shares. So if you want to see what's coming up, TikTok's a good one to, jump on and just see what does Hallie got going on now. And Instagram, I share just little reels and stuff. And Facebook on Hallie's Creations is I share a lot of reels of the different products coming up and such. So have a good day and a better tomorrow. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And check out this little thing here. See how I took the spear? Oh no, I'm so funny. I checked that spear and I made that flower where I could put it in as well. And if you dip that in a little bit of hot glue, it will hold it too. So that's a little cheater way of getting those in if you break off your stems or you cut them off too short. Just pop off the head and put them on the spear. So until next time, thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, it's been fun. Bye. Peace out to my grandkids. And thank you for hanging out with me. And don't forget to set that notify, for you will be notified of more shares coming up. And don't forget to subscribe. Help a girl build her channel. Thank you.